Welcome to the Memory and History channel. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on more videos like this one. A naval doctor of the Austro-Hungarian Kriegsmarine examines sailors returning from shore leave in 1910. Medical inspections prevented disease spread aboard ships. These routine health checks maintained naval readiness and crew welfare throughout the Imperial fleet. Two British officers rest by a wrecked Mark IV tank circus. 1917-1918, these early tanks revolutionized warfare but frequently broke down. The destroyed vehicle represents World War I's brutal mechanized combat and technological challenges faced daily. Two Japanese men inspect a deep crater left by an American aerial bomb. This massive destruction demonstrates Allied strategic bombing's devastating power. Japanese civilians witnessed their cities systematically destroyed during World War II's final campaigns and eventual surrender. George Macready, Nina Foch, and George Raft star in Columbia's Johnny Allegro from 1949. This film noir featured classic Hollywood crime drama. The movie showcased post-war cinema's darker themes and stylish cinematography that defined the genre perfectly. Nancy Wake, codename Helene, was World War II's most decorated Allied servicewoman. She parachuted into France, assisting the resistance. The Gestapo called her the White Mouse for her remarkable ability to evade capture during dangerous operations. Ella Fitzgerald sits in a Houston jail cell after arrest for singing to an integrated audience in 1955. This shameful incident exposed segregation's cruel reality. The legendary jazz singer faced imprisonment simply for performing before racially mixed audiences. French soldier in 1918 equipped with a helmet featuring chainmail protecting eyes from shell fragments, stones, and dangerous elements. This specialized protective gear demonstrated trench warfare's horrific conditions. Soldiers required constant innovation, defending against modern warfare's unprecedented dangers. An elderly couple at their kitchen table by Henry Peach Robinson, who created detailed images combining multiple negatives circa 1855. This pioneering photographic technique predated modern editing. Robinson's innovative methods influenced photography's artistic development significantly. Louis Armstrong plays trumpet for his wife Lucille during their trip to Egypt in 1961. This romantic gesture showcases the jazz legend's playful personality. Armstrong combined musical genius with genuine warmth, entertaining his beloved wife against ancient pyramids. Street View of Seoul, Korea in 1910, showing various traditional apparel. This photograph documents Korean culture before Japanese colonization transformed society. The diverse clothing styles represent Korea's rich cultural heritage and everyday life during this transitional period. The colossal Olmec heads represent Mesoamerica's earliest major civilization. These massive stone sculptures, carved between 1500 to 400 BCE, weigh several tons each. The heads portray rulers with distinctive features, demonstrating the Olmec's remarkable artistic and engineering capabilities. Future emperors of Mexico. Maximilian von Habsburg and Charlotte of Belgium, photographed in 1857. This European royal couple would briefly rule Mexico during French intervention. Their reign ended tragically with Maximilian's execution in 1867 after Republican forces prevailed. A woman with a child in a tick-and-a-gun in Sandy Lake, Ontario in 1956. This traditional indigenous baby carrier demonstrates Native American childcare practices. The tick-and-a-gun kept infants safe while allowing mothers mobility for daily tasks and work. USAF P-40F fighters take off from USS Chenango to fly to Morocco, supporting North Africa operations. On November 10, 1942, this carrier launch enabled rapid deployment of land-based fighters. Operation Torch opened a crucial new front against Axis forces. Before there was South or North Korea, there was unified Korea. These photographs document Korea before the devastating division. The images preserve a vanished era when Korea remained one nation with shared culture, language, and identity before partition. The St. Christopher Church in Roermond. The Netherlands photographed pre-1892 and 2017. This dramatic comparison shows architectural preservation and urban development over 125 years. The church endured while surrounding neighborhoods transformed completely, maintaining historical continuity and religious heritage. 2. Pashtun hillmen in Kabul city's bazaar photographed in 1969. Their traditional clothing and appearance represent Afghan tribal culture. This peaceful scene preceded decades of devastating war that would transform Afghanistan forever, destroying much traditional life. Remembering Chuck Connors today on the anniversary of his passing, November 10th, 1992. The beloved actor starred in The Rifleman and numerous films. Connors entertained generations with his commanding presence and versatility across television and cinema throughout his career. On this day in 1918, World War I ended after 4 years of trench warfare, leaving an estimated 40 million dead. The war to end all wars devastated Europe. These photographs document history's first industrial-scale conflict and its horrific human cost. On November 8, 1975, 28-year-old Arnold Schwarzenegger won the 1975 Mr. Olympia competition. This victory cemented his bodybuilding legend status. Schwarzenegger would later become Hollywood's biggest action star and California's governor, achieving unprecedented success across multiple fields. Istanbul's Tophain Quarter, photographed in the 1890s and 1950s before the Menderes demolitions. These dramatic urban transformations destroyed historic Ottoman neighborhoods. Modern development erased centuries of architectural heritage, replacing traditional buildings with contemporary construction that altered Istanbul's character. André Steiner's artistic photograph. A weightlifter, circa 1937, captures athletic strength dramatically. This modernist image celebrates the human form and physical power. Steiner's innovative photography influenced future sports imagery and demonstrated photography's artistic potential beyond mere documentation. On November 11, 1925, Howard Carter and his autopsy team began unwrapping Pharaoh Tutankhamun's mummy. This groundbreaking archaeological work revealed ancient Egyptian burial practices. The careful examination provided unprecedented insights into royal mummification techniques and King Tut's life. Bung and Marilyn Monroe, photographed at a Beverly Hills party in May 1956, Indonesia's president met Hollywood's greatest star. This unlikely encounter between political power and cinema glamour captured 1950s celebrity culture's international reach. On November 10, 1871, journalist Henry Morton Stanley found missing explorer David Livingstone in Ujiji, Lake Tanganyika. Stanley greeted him with legendary words, "Dr. Livingstone, I presume?" This historic meeting ended one of exploration's greatest mysteries after Livingstone's disappearance. An unknown man dies from eating library paste in Nevada. 1908. This bizarre tragedy reflects desperate poverty or mental illness. Library paste contained toxic ingredients. The unusual death exposes early 20th century America's harsh realities and inadequate social support systems. The launch of German battleship Tirpitz in 1939. This massive warship threatened Allied convoys throughout World War II. The Royal Navy pursued and eventually sank Tirpitz in Norway. The battleship represented Nazi Germany's naval ambitions and industrial power. The lifeboats of RMS Lusitania, which sank in just 18 minutes after German U-boat torpedo attack in Queenstown, Ireland, May 1915. Nearly 2,200 people died. This tragedy turned public opinion against Germany and influenced America's eventual World War I entry. On November 11th, 1925, Chicago observed Armistice Day with ceremonies, closed businesses, and dedicated soldiers. Field Stadium in Grant Park. Frank Loudon praised the American Legion while Scott Lewis called for conscripting wealth, addressing post-war issues nationwide. Maryland. Monroe poses for her first Life magazine cover photo shoot in 1952 with photographer Philippa Halsman. This iconic session launched Monroe's superstar status. Halsman captured her luminous beauty and vulnerability, creating images that defined an era completely. On November 10, 1975, the SS Edmund Fitzgerald sank in Lake Superior. All 29 men were killed and still remain on the ship today. This tragedy became legendary through Gordon Lightfoot's haunting song commemorating the lost sailors. On November 12, 1975, Overseas National Airways Flight 032 suffered a bird strike while taking off from JFK International Airport. The crew aborted takeoff and stopped safely. All 139 occupants survived, but the aircraft was destroyed by uncontained engine failure. Ava Gardner and Sid Charisse on the set of MGM's East Side, West Side in 1949. These Hollywood legends showcased glamour and talent. The film demonstrated post-war cinema sophistication and the studio system's ability to produce star-studded entertainment. Jackie Fox and Joan Jett of the Runaways at Birmingham, UK's Brumrock Festival, 1976. This pioneering all-female rock band challenged music industry gender barriers. The Runaways proved women could rock as hard as men, influencing countless future female musicians. Mugshots of 6 defendants in the Mount Rennie rape case, 1886. 20 men and teenage boys gang raped a 16-year-old servant girl in New South Wales. These 6 were among 10 found guilty, the only gang rape conviction in the region then. Company of 1st Battalion of Navarra. Regiment of Spain's Army of Operations in Cuba, photographed by C. Ruiz de Castro in Matanzas during the War of 1895. Spanish forces fought Cuban independence revolutionaries before eventually losing control. High-resolution version of the famous photo. French ambassador André-François Poncet visited Hitler on October 18, 1938. Later coining Eagle's Nest while describing the experience. This mountain retreat symbolized Nazi power and Hitler's grandiose architectural ambitions. A young lady poses on her dress in June 1966, captured on Kodachrome film. This vibrant color photograph documents 1960s fashion and youth culture. The image preserves mid-century style and the era's optimistic. Experimental spirit through clothing and photography. Before becoming a global icon with Blondie, Debbie Harry started in psychedelic folk band The Wind in the Willows. She joined in late 1966, singing and playing various instruments. This early experience shaped her future musical career dramatically. Fisherman photographed in Valencia, Spain by J. Laurent, circa 1880. This image documents traditional Mediterranean fishing life in coastal communities. The photograph preserves working-class culture and maritime traditions before modernization transformed Spain's fishing industry and coastal economies. Barbara Payton and Lloyd Bridges star in 1949's Trapped from Eagle Lion Films. This crime noir showcased classic post-war Hollywood storytelling. The film featured suspenseful plotting and atmospheric cinematography that defined the era's detective and crime dramas perfectly, a 2,000-year-old. Roman leather shoe discovered at Vindolanda near Hadrian's Wall in 2023. This elegant woman's shoe features perforated upper leather and laced front. The refined design suggests status, possibly belonging to a Roman officer's wife stationed at Empire's Edge. The first photograph ever taken of the Rolling Stones in 1962. This Historic image captured the band before global superstardom. The young musicians would revolutionize rock music and become one of history's most enduring and influential bands worldwide. Uh-oh. U.S. soldier joins children in a jump rope game in England during 1944. This heartwarming moment shows American troops bonding with British children during wartime. Simple play transcended war's darkness, bringing joy and normalcy to communities. Under constant threat, Mark Twain experiments with electricity. In Nikola Tesla's laboratory circa 1894, the famous author visited the brilliant inventor's workshop. This meeting of literary and scientific genius captured America's innovative spirit and the era's fascination with technological advancement. John Candy and Bill. Murray photographed together in 1973 before achieving comedy legend status. These future SNL and film stars would dominate 1980s-90s comedy. Their natural chemistry and talent would entertain millions through countless memorable performances. The Little Rascals, with Petey the Pitbull circa 1935. This beloved children's series featured the iconic dog with his distinctive eye circle. The show entertained generations and demonstrated childhood friendship transcending race during America's segregated era. Alan Rickman at age 18, years before becoming a beloved actor. This early photograph shows the future star before his distinguished career. Rickman would captivate audiences through iconic roles from Hans Gruber to Severus Snape, earning worldwide admiration. A Russian imperial officer feeds milk to a cat and hedgehog somewhere on the Eastern Front in 1916. This tender moment humanizes war's brutality. Even amid horrific trench warfare, soldiers found compassion caring for small creatures seeking warmth and sustenance. A Man on His Way to Harlem, New York City in 1970, photographed by Camilo Jose Vergara. This documentary image captures urban African-American life during a transformative era. Vergara's work preserved neighborhoods and communities undergoing dramatic social and economic changes. The Empire State Building photographed in 1941, courtesy of Gertrude E. Feininger's estate. This iconic skyscraper dominated New York's skyline before World War II. The image captures America's architectural ambition and urban grandeur during the pre-war industrial. P caught schoolgirls heading to Rockaway. On the train during the 1970s, this candid photograph captures New York youth culture and daily commuting routines. The image preserves teenage fashion, social interactions, and the city's vibrant public transportation culture during that decade. 6th Avenue and the elevated railway. In Lower Manhattan, photographed in 1889, the L dominated city streets before subway construction. This transportation system shaped New York's development while creating distinctive urban landscapes now vanished from modern cityscape, Brooklyn. Photographed during the 1970s, shows the borough's grittier era before gentrification. This period saw economic decline and urban challenges. The images document authentic working-class neighborhoods and street life before real estate development transformed Brooklyn's character completely. New York's Poughkeepsie, rail bridge spanning the Hudson River in 1890. This engineering marvel connected East and West Shores, enabling commerce and transportation. The Cantilever Bridge represented Gilded Age infrastructure ambitions and industrial expansion transforming America's landscape. A roasted chestnut cellar in Paris. 1952, this timeless street vendor tradition continues in French cities. The photograph captures post-war Parisian life and culinary culture. Simple pleasures like warm chestnuts represented normalcy returning after years of occupation. The Whitestone Bridge in New York City, photographed in 1949. The suspension bridge Connecting Queens and the Bronx opened in 1939. The elegant structure enabled borough connectivity and demonstrated mid-century engineering excellence, facilitating New York's continued growth and expansion. New York City subway. Photographed during the 1960s, the Metropolitan Transit System transported millions daily. Despite aging infrastructure, this image documents the subway's golden era before graffiti and crime plagued the system throughout the challenging 1970s. And 1980s. East Village in Manhattan, photographed in 1985, this neighborhood was experiencing artistic renaissance and punk culture. The area attracted bohemians, musicians, and artists before gentrification transformed it. The image preserves the village's raw, creative energy and countercultural spirit. Immigrants aboard an ocean liner approaching Ellis Island gaze at the Statue of Liberty during the 1910s. Edwin Levick photographed this hopeful moment. Millions entered America through Ellis Island seeking opportunity, freedom, and better lives for their families. Fifth Avenue in New York City during the mid-1920s shows the street's commercial grandeur. This Jazz-Age boulevard featured elegant architecture and bustling activity. The avenue represented American prosperity and urban sophistication before the Great Depression devastated the economy. Fifth Avenue in New York City. Photographed in 1967 during social and cultural transformation, the street maintained its prestigious status while the city experienced political activism and changing values. This image captures New York at a pivotal historical moment, the Wendell Mansion at 39th Street and Fifth Avenue in New York City in 1905. This grand residence represented Gilded Age wealth and architectural opulence. Such mansions dominated Manhattan before. Commercial development replaced private palaces with skyscrapers and businesses. Brooklyn Bridge under construction during the early 1880s. This engineering marvel connected Manhattan and Brooklyn, transforming New York City. The dangerous construction took 14 years, costing many workers' lives. The bridge became an iconic American engineering achievement. Los Theater on Canal Street in New York City, photographed in 1940. Movie palaces like this offered glamorous entertainment during Hollywood's golden age. These ornate theaters provided escape from daily struggles, especially during the Great Depression's lingering economic hardship. Water Street under the Brooklyn Bridge in Brooklyn, photographed in 1918. This industrial waterfront area bustled with shipping, warehouses, and commerce. The image documents working-class neighborhoods, where immigrants labored in factories and docks, building America's industrial economy. A subway car in Manhattan during the 1950s shows the transit system's mid-century condition. Post-war prosperity brought increased ridership and urban development. The subway remained vital, infrastructure connecting neighborhoods and enabling New York's continued growth and economic expansion. Toffanetti's restaurant at 43rd Street and Broadway in New York City, photographed in 1940. This Times Square establishment represented Midtown dining culture. Such restaurants fed theatergoers, tourists, and locals, contributing to the area's vibrant entertainment district atmosphere. The Flatiron Building under construction in New York City during the early 1900s. This triangular skyscraper became an architectural icon. Its unusual design pushed engineering boundaries and demonstrated steel frame construction's possibilities, influencing future skyscraper development dramatically. An oyster and clam stand by South Street piers in Manhattan about 1900. These street vendors served fresh seafood to dock workers and locals. The waterfront's commercial vitality and working-class food culture thrived along the piers before containerization transformed shipping completely.